KIPP-Chicago is part of a national Knowledge is Power program network of high-performing public charter schools, which serves more than 32,000 students in 109 schools nationwide. In Chicago, only 55% of public school students graduate from high school, and only 6% go on to complete college. For African American and Latino males, that number drops to 3%. So of the 32,000 high school freshmen that enter Chicago public high schools, each year less than 18,000 will graduate, and fewer than 2,000 will earn a college degree. This means that each year, 30,000 young Chicagoans begin their adult lives without a college education. There's no doubt that this has a tremendous impact on our local economy and, more importantly, on the lives of each of our students. We believe it doesn't have to be this way. KIPP-Chicago was created to prove what's possible in public education in Chicago. Our schools are transformational change agents in the communities we serve. Our mission is to empower students with the knowledge, skills, and character traits that'll help them to not only succeed in top-quality high schools and universities, but to also have a positive impact on their communities in the future. Since 2003, we've been serving students from Chicago's most underserved communities by providing a college prep education that closes the achievement gap and prepares them for success in college and life. KIPP-Chicago has a desire to serve more students, a dream to eliminate the achievement gap in Chicago, and a vision to build 6 game-changing K-8 educational institutions in Chicago, serving more than 5,000 students. Our principals and teachers are exceptional, our students and families are committed, our talent pipeline is strong, our academic results show it's possible for all children in Chicago. As we grow, our greatest challenge is generating the startup capital needed to make our vision a reality. We need the help of supporters and believers to make investments that have a transformational impact on the children and communities we serve. The key to success for our schools lies with our teachers and principals. We've worked tirelessly to create a culture of team and family that rewards hard work and results and also supports the people that make our mission possible. We also have the power of the National KIPP network at our fingertips, which enables us to attract top talent for our schools and access world-class professional development resources. KIPP-Chicago schools are effective because of dynamic teaching and learning that's informed by data analytics and, most importantly, delivered by adults that have an unwavering belief that all of our students will climb the mountain to and through college. At KIPP-Chicago, every single one of our staff members, from receptionist to teacher to principal, holds this belief, and it drives our actions with every child every single day. Our belief in our students is at the core of everything we do, and for me is very personal. I was the first in my family to ever go to college, and I grew up on and off welfare, which caused many of my teachers to judge me. Poverty can be an invisible barrier when it comes to issues of class in particular. There can be so much shame attached, and that's why I'm always pushing myself to have open and honest conversations about my background with my students and staff. It is my hope that these conversations can help change the stigma that's attached to poverty and lead kids to feeling more empowered. I want them to truly believe that they'll climb the mountain to and through college. We believe that to achieve exceptional academic results, an emphasis on state test scores is much too narrow of a focus. Our ultimate measure of success is whether or not we're fulfilling the promises made to our families that their children will climb the mountain to and through college. Therefore, we look at a comprehensive set of quantifiable indicators that define what a strong and healthy KIPP school looks like. These include measuring college attainment, student achievement, student attendance, student attrition, teacher retention, and the number of teachers and staff preparing to assume school leadership roles. We also survey our students, parents, and teachers to understand more deeply how our school's culture, leadership, and instructional strategies impact results. KIPP's holistic, healthy school system of measurement allows our organization and our supporters to truly understand if we're fulfilling our mission. There are 2 common misconceptions that impact KIPP-Chicago. First of all, people often believe that in order to achieve our results, we must be serving a select group of students, that they don't believe that a random selection of students from low-income African American and Latino communities could send 90% of our founding class on to college. But we did. Many also mistakenly believe that we don't serve students with special needs. Again, this doesn't reflect the reality of our schools. At KIPP-Chicago, 100% of our students are African American and Latino, 94% are eligible for free or reduced lunch, and 13% of our students last year required special education services, which is just above the Chicago Public Schools average. The second misconception is that we receive more funding than traditional public schools and spend more money per pupil. This is not only untrue, but it's the exact opposite of our reality. In Chicago, charter schools receive approximately 75% of the per pupil dollars received by the traditional public schools. For KIPP-Chicago, this means that we receive just under $8,000 per student, which is one of the lowest per pupil allocations in the nation. Traditional public schools in Chicago receive just over $10,000 per student. We fundraise a little over $2,000 per student to fill this gap, meaning we actually do more with less funding. KIPP-Chicago witnessed 96% of our founding class, the class of 2011, graduate from high school, and 90% of our students are now attending college. This is truly a testimony to the power of our program and the hard work of our teachers, students, and families of KIPP-Chicago. This milestone accomplishment wouldn't have been possible if our teachers and students didn't close the achievement gap of our entering fifth graders. This is something we've done consistently year over year and is why, to date, 100% of our 8th grade graduates have been accepted into college prep high schools. Opening our first Chicago primary school in 2010 and celebrating the stellar results of its founding class, the class of 2023, also tops our list. After just 1 year with KIPP, it's apparent that our primary students will never experience a gap in their education. Chicago's educational landscape has undergone significant transformation over the last 5 years. Unlike other KIPP regions, we weren't able to grow because of a state-mandated cap on charter schools in the city of Chicago, which wasn't lifted until 2009. Then there's the facilities issue. We've faced an uphill battle to secure permanent facilities for our schools, which is why our original middle school, KIPP-Ascend, is in its 4th facility since 2003. This is incredibly challenging for our families and has impacted our ability to establish roots in the community. But despite these challenges and core to our mission, we haven't made any excuses. Our students have excelled, and 100% of our 8th grade graduates to date have been accepted into college prep high schools, many attending prestigious local and even national private high schools. Right now, we're focused on raising the funds necessary to enable us to serve more underserved students across Chicago. When we look into the future, there are 3 elements that we're excited to integrate into our existing model. The first, technology and blended learning. The second, arts education. And then finally, pre-K education. We have successfully piloted blended learning programs fueled by technology in many of our classrooms. KIPP-Chicago even won a competitive grant from the Gates Foundation based on the results of our special education pilot. Every single one of our students requiring special education services now receives individualized instruction that integrates mobile technology every day. Performing arts are integrated into our primary school, and we look forward to expanding them to our middle schools in the future. With additional resources, we'd also like to begin pre-K programming, which is a critical component of eliminating educational inequities, but one that doesn't receive substantial public funding in the city of Chicago. KIPP-Chicago is ready to move beyond merely closing the achievement gap of our students. We've taken the initiative to bring innovative and creativity to our schools, and we have done so successfully. With additional resources, we can scale these programs to reach every single student we serve. We would love to expand our current model to include pre-K education, which is a critical component of eliminating educational inequities. Unfortunately, this isn't an option for us right now due to the lack of public funding available for this program.